overcome. Through doubts and fears, find your inner throne. Every setback a chance to reclaim. Let your passion ignite, let it flame.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we really dig into some powerful sources to pull out the insights that matter most. Today, we're looking at a really fascinating new book. It's called AI and the Entrepreneurial Mindset, Unlocking New Possibilities, and it's by Dr. Shu Chen Hou. Our mission really is for you, listening right now, to figure out how this book can help you navigate, maybe even thrive, in this age that's being shaped so much by artificial intelligence. Whether you're thinking about starting a tech company or you already run a business, there's something here. What I find really compelling about Dr. Hou's work here is how she makes AI strategy feel understandable, actionable. It's not just abstract theory. It feels like a blueprint.
It really does. It's such a timely read and essential, I think. She takes what could be super complex and boils it down into advice you can actually use. It makes AI feel, well, less intimidating and more like a tool you can leverage. It's about using these tools, definitely not being overwhelmed.
Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. Dr. Hou starts by defining the entrepreneurial mindset, but specifically for today, for this AI-driven world. What's maybe one aspect she highlights that's kind of reimagined, something that might surprise someone used to, traditional business thinking?
That's a great question, because she doesn't just give a standard definition. She talks about something she calls algorithmic intuition.
Algorithmic intuition.
Yeah, it's this blend, this novel blend she describes, of our own human insight combined with AI's ability to spot patterns. It means entrepreneurs might be able to see market shifts or new customer needs or potential disruptions, like before anyone else really notices.
Right.
It's about using data to sharpen your gut feeling, not just relying on instinct. But yeah, at its heart, it's still about embracing uncertainty, wanting to solve problems. Just now, you've got AI kind of riding shotgun.
Algorithmic intuition. I like
Yeah.
that. That really reframes it. So it's not just having the idea. It's this enhanced way of finding and chasing the idea.
Exactly. And to build that, she highlights a few key things. First, resilience. It just takes on a whole new level of importance.
Right.
Because in tech, especially AI, things change so fast. Setbacks, they're basically guaranteed. So Dr. Hou really emphasizes seeing challenges as learning opportunities, especially, when an AI project hits a snag, which it probably will. That's critical.
Makes sense.
Second, curiosity and continuous learning. These are basically non-negotiable now. You have to be actively seeking knowledge, reading reports, research, talking to experts, like being a professional sponge for information about AI. Third, collaboration and networking. So important. Talking to diverse groups, other founders, investors, even your customers, maybe through AI feedback tools, gives you insights, resources, potential partners.
Yeah.
And finally, that customer-centric view.
Yeah.
It gets supercharged by AI. You can understand what your audience needs on a much deeper level, almost predictively, using AI analytics to offer things that feel really, really tailored.
What's interesting is, like you said, these aren't totally new traits for entrepreneurs. But AI seems to change how they're expressed. Like using analytics to guess what customers will want, not just reacting to what they say now. How does she frame that amplification?
She argues AI lets these traits work at a scale and speed we just couldn't imagine before.
Okay.
Take resilience. AI might spot patterns and failures faster, so you learn and iterate quicker. Curiosity AI can sift through tons of research and pull out the key breakthroughs for you. It's really about using AI to boost your own human abilities in these core entrepreneurial areas, making you faster, more agile.
That's fascinating. And to really use this mindset, Dr. Hou says we also need to understand AI itself, like where it came from and where it's going. Can you give us the highlights on that?
Yeah, absolutely. And one key thing she points out is that AI's history isn't this smooth, straight line. It actually goes way back. Mid-20th century, people like Alan Turing were already thinking about, machines that could think. The official birth of the field, though, is usually pegged to the Dartmouth Conference in 1956.
Right, so it's been around a while, but it wasn't all smooth sailing from there, was it? I seem to remember hearing about AI winters.
Oh, definitely not smooth sailing. Yeah, the field had these AI winters, basically periods of huge excitement, followed by crashes of disappointment, often because the computers just weren't powerful enough or the problems were way harder than expected. But even during those quiet times, important groundwork was being laid. Things like neural networks, the systems kind of inspired by the brain and natural language processing, which helps computers understand us. Then maybe the 90s, early 2000s, things picked up again. Computing power got better. We started having lots more data.
Ah,
And that's when machine learning computers learning from data really took off. And then deep learning, which is like a more complex version of that, that led to big jumps in things like recognizing images or understanding speech.
and that leads us to today's explosion,
Right.
right? What's driving that, and what are the big trends Dr. Hou points to now?
Yeah, the last 10 years or so have just been incredible. Big data, cloud computing. They made AI suddenly practical for everyday things, like the chatbots you talk to or recommendation systems on websites. They're everywhere.
Sure.
As for current trends, AI-driven automation is huge. Not just replacing jobs, but often augmenting what humans do, letting us focus on more complex stuff.
Hmm.
Big data analytics, using machine learning, that's powering decisions everywhere. Natural language processing keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Those virtual assistants are handling more and more complex chats.
Right.
But importantly, Dr. Hou also stresses the growing focus on ethics. Things like bias in AI, privacy concerns, accountability, these are front and center now, not just an afterthought. And that changes the workforce, too. There's more demand for skills that work with AI, which pushes this need for constant learning.
It's amazing how it went from theory to transforming, well, pretty much everything. Dr. Hou gives some great examples of industry impact. Any that really jumped out at you?
Oh, yeah, she has some really vivid ones. In healthcare, for example, AI isn't just helping with diagnosis. She talks about creating these hyper-personalized wellness ecosystems.
Wow, what does that mean?
It means AI could, like, monitor your individual health data in real time, predict potential issues weeks ahead, and suggest lifestyle changes before you get sick. Moving from just treating illness to actively managing wellness.
That's a huge shift.
It is. Then in finance, besides the risk assessment and fraud detection we hear about, you have robo-advisors offering truly personalized investment advice based on your specific goals and how much risk you're comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
Retail. They're using it for everything from optimizing stock levels to understanding shopper behavior in minute detail and using smart chatbots to improve the whole shopping experience.
Mm-hmm.
And manufacturing, you've got smart factories using AI to predict when machines might fail before they break down. Saves tons of money in downtime.
These examples really drive home that understanding the history and the big picture isn't just academic. It helps you, as the entrepreneur, see what's coming next, spot those opportunities, not just react to today.
Exactly. It gives you the context you need to build strategies that are truly innovative and look ahead.
Okay, so it's clear AI is a massive force,
Yeah.
reshaping whole industries. The big question for you, the listener, then is,
Yeah.
how do I actually jump on this? How do I integrate AI?
Yeah.
Dr. Hou gives some concrete strategies and examples. How does she suggest finding the best spots to implement AI?
Well, she advises starting with a really clear understanding of your own business or your industries, specific pain points and challenges. Don't just chase the newest, shiniest AI tech.
Right, solve a real problem.
Exactly. Do solid market research. Where are the inefficiencies? Where are the service gaps? Where could the customer experience be way better? Then, and this is key, look at the available AI tools. Machine learning, NLP, computer vision. Which ones are actually a good fit for the problems you found? Talking to tech experts, data scientists, that's critical to see if it's feasible and plan it out properly. And always, always think about scalability. Can this work if we grow? Think about that from day one. Oh, and finally, building that culture of innovation inside your company is vital. Because AI isn't just a one-time project, it's an ongoing thing.
That makes total sense. Use the right tool for the job, don't force it.
Oh.
So once you've found those opportunities, how does she suggest building a business model that's truly AI-driven?
An AI-driven model, the way Dr. Hou lays it out, has to really pinpoint the unique value AI brings. Is it automating tasks? Is it providing deep data insights that maybe create a whole new service? Is it transforming customer interaction to build loyalty?
Okay.
You need the right tech infrastructure. Robust, scalable, cloud platforms often make sense here, but most importantly, you have to get your data management right. Quality data, secure data, compliant data. That's foundational. And because AI changes so fast, you need to stay agile, be ready to learn, ready to adjust your model.
And she provides some really compelling real-world examples, right? Case studies. Is there one maybe focusing on a startup rather than a giant corporation that really shows how AI can fuel disruptive growth? What's the key lesson there?
Absolutely. There's a great healthcare startup example she uses. They didn't just, automate a few things. They fundamentally rethought diagnostics using AI.
How so?
They built this platform that analyzed patient data and medical images, often with accuracy better than humans, providing treatment recommendations based on solid evidence. The core insight wasn't just adding AI, it was building their entire business around AI's unique ability to deliver diagnostic precision and speed that just wasn't possible before.
So AI was central to their value proposition.
Exactly, and let them offer better outcomes, often at lower cost, totally shaking up the old ways. Another one, a fintech company, used AI for real-time fraud detection. That didn't just boost security, it built massive customer trust because people felt proactively protected.
These are great because they show it's not just for the huge players. Any entrepreneur can look at these models, adapt them, and potentially shift how they create value, making AI core to what they do.
Precisely. It's about smart strategic design with AI, not just bolting it on later.
It's becoming really clear it's not just about the technology itself, it's the people, the team, the culture. Dr. Hou spends quite a bit of time on creating an AI-ready team and that culture of innovation.
Yeah.
What skills does she say are absolutely vital now? Maybe some we wouldn't immediately think of.
Yeah, this is such a critical piece for anyone leading a team. How do you get your people ready? Dr. Hou points to a set of core skills, and yeah, some might be a bit surprising. First, data literacy. And she means more than just reading a graph. It's about being able to really analyze, interpret complex data, understand its limits, its context. Data is the fuel for AI, so this is key.
Makes sense.
Then, obviously, some technical skills are needed. Knowing programming languages like Python or R helps, understanding machine learning concepts, but she also really pushes strategic thinking.
Strategic thinking.
Yeah.
How does that relate directly to AI?
It's about seeing the bigger picture. Not just how AI can improve current operations, but how it could disrupt the entire market, what the long-term implications are, seeing those opportunities.
Got it.
And then the classics are still crucial: collaboration and communication. AI projects often involve lots of different teams working together, and maybe the most important one she highlights: lifelong learning. She basically says it's not just a good habit anymore, it's a core job skill in the age of AI because the field evolves so incredibly fast.
Okay, lifelong learning is a job skill. I like that. So how do you find people with these skills, or maybe more realistically, how do you develop them in your existing team? What's her advice on hiring and training, especially if talent pool feels limited?
She suggests looking beyond just the traditional resume points, like degrees. While valuable, she emphasizes looking for practical experience, strong critical thinking, creativity, and importantly, adaptability. Potential is key. Entrepreneurs really need to invest in continuous learning. Things like workshops, online courses, maybe even internal hackathons where teams experiment with AI. Encouraging mentorship is also big. And fostering that entrepreneurial mindset within the team itself helps everyone see how they can contribute to leveraging AI, turning employees into innovators.
And all of that feeds into the overall company culture.
Yeah.
How does Dr. Hou recommend building a genuine culture of innovation? A place where people feel safe trying things with AI, even if they don't always work out perfectly.
Yeah, the culture piece is huge. Her main message is that leadership has to walk the walk. They need to model innovative thinking and, crucially, treat failures as learning opportunities, not things to be punished.
That's a big one. Creating psychological safety.
Exactly. Creating that safe space to experiment, where a failed AI prototype isn't a disaster, it's just valuable data for the next iteration. She also talks about encouraging open communication, setting up cross-functional teams to break down silos, maybe partnering with outside AI experts or universities. Investing in ongoing learning keeps people current. And fundamentally, staying adaptable, being ready to pivot quickly based on new data or market shifts, because AI guarantees things will keep changing.
So as you listen, it's worth thinking about how this applies to you personally or to your team now or the team you want to build. It's really about individual readiness, shaping that future workforce together.
Absolutely. It's about empowering people, giving them the skills and the environment to really thrive alongside AI, to be the ones building this new economy.
Now, with tech this powerful, Dr. Hou definitely doesn't ignore the challenges. She addresses the significant ethical questions and risks involved. What specific ethical traps should entrepreneurs really be watching out for, and how does she suggest we navigate them?
Yeah, she makes it really clear that ethics aren't separate from success. They're deeply linked, especially long-term. The core values she highlights are things like fairness, accountability, transparency, privacy. A huge concern is bias. AI learns from data, right? So if that data reflects historical biases, societal inequalities, The AI can actually learn and even amplify those biases.
That's a serious problem.
It is. So she stresses needing diverse data sets and constantly auditing your algorithms to try and catch and correct for bias. Accountability is another big one. Who's responsible when an autonomous AI system makes a mistake? You need clear guidelines. And privacy, of course. That means getting user consent, being transparent about data use, and complying with regulations like GDPR in Europe or CCPA in California. Good data governance is essential.
So it's not just about making AI work. It has to work fairly and responsibly. Beyond the ethical issues, what other common pitfalls does Dr. Hou warn AI entrepreneurs about? Things that can sink a promising venture.
She points out several traps. One is just overestimating what AI can do, getting caught up in the hype instead of having realistic expectations about its current limits.
Right, the shiny object syndrome.
Exactly. Another is not having a clear problem or market need. You build this amazing AI tool, but nobody actually needs it. It's a solution searching for a problem.
Yeah, seen that happen.
Poor data management is a killer. Bad quality data, irrelevant data, inaccessible data, or, as we said, violating privacy. That undermines everything. Scalability problems are common too. Something works fine as a small demo, but it completely breaks when you try to handle real-world volume.
Uh-oh.
And finally, she warns against a lack of a multidisciplinary approach. Focusing only on the tech side and ignoring the business strategy, the marketing, the actual customer engagement piece, you need it all.
Those are really critical warnings. So what about managing these risks? What practical strategies does she suggest to help entrepreneurs navigate this and build businesses that can last?
Well, risk management, she argues, needs to be proactive, built into your plan from the start. She suggests doing really thorough market research, using AI tools themselves to get better insights into competitors and the market. Having that innovation culture we talked about, the one that embraces agile development and learns from failures, that builds resilience and lets you pivot faster when risks emerge.
Okay.
Sound financial planning, maybe diversifying revenue streams, those help create stability in a potentially volatile market. And critically, staying on top of the changing legal and regulatory landscape and really prioritizing ethical AI development from day one. That builds trust with everyone, customers, regulators, investors.
So these challenges, these risks, they
Yeah.
aren't just roadblocks. They're actually opportunities to build a more trustworthy, sustainable business that people will want to support.
Exactly right. Being ethically strong and managing risk will become real competitive advantages, not just boxes to tick.
Okay, so Dr. Hou wraps up by looking ahead, looking at the future, how AI is changing the job market, and why continuous learning is just so crucial. How does she see AI really reshaping work, maybe beyond just the automation aspect?
Yeah, the book makes it clear AI's impact on jobs is complex. Yes, it automates repetitive tasks. But the flip side is that it frees up humans to do more complex, creative, strategic work things AI isn't good at.
So it's not just about jobs disappearing.
No, not entirely. It's also about job evolution and the creation of totally new roles. Things like AI trainers, prompt engineers, specialized data analysts, machine learning engineers. These jobs barely existed 10 years ago.
Right.
And this forces a big cultural shift in companies, a move towards continuous learning, towards adaptability, seeing human skills and AI capabilities as things that work together.
So if jobs are changing and new ones are appearing, how can people, especially entrepreneurs listening right now, prepare themselves for roles that might not even be fully defined yet?
Preparation involves a few key things Dr. Hou outlines. First, identify the skills that are clearly in demand: advanced data analysis, understanding machine learning, solid digital literacy. Then actively invest in getting those skills. Education, sure, but also networking, collaborating on projects. Crucially, cultivate that mindset that embraces change and likes to experiment, because the roles themselves will keep shifting. And start using AI tools yourself, not just for your business tasks, but to help you learn faster, to gain insights into where the skill market is heading.
And underpinning all of that, as you said, is lifelong learning. Dr. Hou really hammers this home as non-negotiable. What's her advice for really embracing that journey, making it a constant part of your life?
It really is fundamental. She advises, first, just cultivating deep curiosity, always asking questions, and being adaptable. Engage with lots of different sources of information. Yeah, podcasts like this one, online forums, industry news, research papers. Keep learning broad. And it's not just technical skills. Understand the ethical side of AI, its impact on society. That's part of being AI literate, too. And finally, seek out mentors, find communities, learn together. It makes the journey richer and more sustainable.
Wow, what a deep dive this has been. Dr. Hou really makes the case that adaptability and learning are just. They're your most valuable assets now. We've covered so much from that algorithmic intuition mindset through AI's history and trends, practical ways to integrate it, building the right team and culture, tackling ethics, and getting ready for the future of work.
Indeed. And that potential she talks about, especially using data analytics for growth, it's just immense for entrepreneurs. If you embrace that data-driven mindset, engage with AI proactively. Well, Dr. Hou shows you can unlock really incredible possibilities for innovation, efficiency, and connecting with customers in new ways.
That is a fantastic thought to leave everyone with. It really captures the spirit of Dr. Shu Chen Hou's book, AI and the Entrepreneurial Mindset, Unlocking New Possibilities. And she's such an interesting figure herself, a former scientist, so she has that deep analytical background, but also a really engaging writer, loves music, and she founded Kokoshungsan Ltd. She even writes children's books. It just shows the amazing variety of paths an entrepreneurial mindset can lead you down. So if you want to explore these ideas more, learn more about Dr. Hou and her work, you can find everything at kokoshungsan.net. That's KOKOSHUNGSAN.net. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. Keep learning, keep adapting, and keep innovating out there.
The silence of night, dreams whisper call. Through doubts and fears, find your inner throne. Every setback a chance to reclaim. Let your passion ignite, let it flame. Soar like a phoenix through darkest skies. Let your spirit shine, let your soul rise. Trials and lessons, every step a burn. With each stride, let your fire churn. In doubt's echo, find strength, stand tall. In adversity's face, defy and enthrall. Stumbles lead to peaks, challenges you seek. Every hurdle a lesson, every trial unique. Soar like a phoenix through darkest skies. Let your spirit shine, let your soul rise. Trials and lessons, every step a burn. With each stride, let your fire churn. Break free, leave chains behind. Embrace the unknown, heart refined. In every moment your greatness is sown. Your story's power, let it be known. Soar like a phoenix through darkest skies. Let your spirit shine, let your soul rise. Trials, also lessons, every step a burn. With each stride, let your fire churn. Break free, leave chains behind. Embrace the unknown, heart refined. In every moment, your greatness is sown. Your story's power, let it be known. Soar like a phoenix, the darkest skies. Let your spirit shine, let your soul rise. House of lessons in the silence of night. Dreams whisper call. Through doubts and fears, find your inner throne. Every setback a chance to reclaim. Let your passion ignite, let it flame. Soar like a phoenix, the darkest skies. Let your spirit shine, let your soul rise.